The Dragons enter the game with a 3-11 record. They're in the midst of a 6-game losing streak. Defensive issues have plagued the Dragons. Howard has allowed opponents to score 86 points per game during the losing streak. Basketball analyst Chuck Nagel will be with us for this Maryland JUCO contest. So Chuck, what's it going to take for Howard to pull off this upset?
Gary, Howard comes into this game with only 3 wins, and as you know, we're getting close to the end of the regular season now, so I think to win number 4, they'll have to clean up a lot of the mistakes we've seen them perform so far. They haven't done well, they've got to do better. Certainly we'll need to see a much more aggressive defense. Whether they play man-to-man or zone, they must do a better job covering the ball. The Dragons, on the other hand, give up far too many open shots, especially from the 3-point circle. They must approach the shooter more aggressively, hands up. Certainly that should help. On offense, the Dragons must take better shots. They're only shooting 39% from the floor and just over 20% from the 3-point arc. That's not going to win many games. I'd like to see them more conservative with their shot selection, and rather than settle for the 3-pointer, look for scoring opportunities by driving to the basket where they can finish at the rim, which they've done very well on occasion, or pass the ball to the open man for the easy basket.
Hagerstown enters the game with a 7-9 record, looking to avoid a 3rd consecutive losing season. Now, this is after winning the Division I region title 3 years in a row from 2011 to 2013. Chuck, what do you expect to see from Hagerstown?
Gary, the strength of Hagerstown, I think, is in their ability to beat you down the floor. Flat out get down the floor for easy baskets before you can recover. They're a strong rebounding team. They get the ball off the glass and look to run very, very well. They can also score by creating turnovers, which lead to 3-on-2 and eventually the 2-on-1 fast break opportunity. They're a tough team to measure because they also play in spurts, much like many teams do. They can go 2 for 9 from the floor and then all of a sudden hit their next 10 shots. I think if you can limit their number of uncontested shots and make them play from behind, which they don't do well, you've got a good chance to beat them.
Howard and Hagerstown is next, so let's go to the Dragons Lair. First half, Gabriel Mack taking it down for Hagerstown.
The Dragons fall back in that zone defense, just giving up way too many open threes like this one. Some of the same stuff here, the Dragons just not moving very quickly on that zone. Here they give up another 3-point shot, and all of a sudden they go from down 4 to down 10.
Amir Atkins is 2 for 3 from range thus far. Hagerstown is on a 9-0 run.
On the other end of the floor, Hagerstown seems to be giving up those same kind of shots. It's become a game from behind the arc.
7:30 till halftime. The Dragons have outscored Hagerstown 11-7 over the last 5 minutes.
Davis here taking the ball out of bounds, gets the ball back, drives baseline, and just not a good place to stop. Hence the errant pass, scoring opportunity, the 2-on-1, and the foul on Howard. The Dragons here have come out, extended that, looks like a 1-1-3 half-court press, but again, no pressure, and they give up the open 3.
Hagerstown on a 9-0 run. Davis brings it down for Howard.
Hagerstown now looks like they're in a man-to-man defense. What a great backdoor cut by Juwan Grant. He gets it a little late. Unfortunately, puts it up in heavy traffic. No foul called.
The Hawks outscore Howard 24-11 in the last 7 minutes of the half and take a commanding 47-33 halftime lead.
Dragons now come out in the second half, changing to a man-to-man defense. Good pressure on the ball. Just can't screen out, though. Hagerstown with a great effort, second effort, an easy 2-point shot.
Back and forth start to the second half. The Hawks extend their lead to 16. 3 minutes into the half now, the lead is 15 for Hagerstown. Kyle Davis working against the full court press. Moves it to Grant, draws the contact, and makes the official blow his whistle. Juwan Grant opportunistic here with a chance to cut the deficit to 12.
After made baskets, Hagerstown full court press. The Dragons here look like they do a nice job down the middle. Sideline, Juwan Grant, perfect play, he does the rest. Looks like Howard now in sort of a zone defense, 1-2-2 perhaps, but again, they just don't get out quick enough on the ball, and they give up another 3-point shot.
Atkins has 21 points, he's 6 for 7 from 3-point range. 16 minutes to play, Dragons down 15.
Unfortunately, Grant just doesn't see the pass coming. It sets up, look at that, a 5-on-3, eventually a 2-on-1 easy fast break basket. Howard trying to get back in the ball game, down 16 with a full court press. But once again, they just don't get down the floor fast enough, and they give up that 3-on-2 fast break.
9:36 remaining in the game. Howard is on a 7-2 run. Number 2 in white, Taquan Hall, like a defensive back here. Reading the quarterback's eyes, he jumps the route and picks it off. The Hawks decide to follow. Howard outscoring Hagerstown 12-4 over the last 3 minutes. Jackson doesn't connect on the 3. Rebound for Davis. He outruns 2 Hawks. 3-on-1 now. Jawan Grant misses in transition, but battles for his own rebound, and we have a 9-point game. Hagerstown doesn't waste any time. Here we go on the other end. Immediate response from Gabriel Mack, attacks the rim, and regains some momentum for the Hawks.
Howard now down 12. Pretty good man-to-man defense, great ball pressure. Guarded well. Great help down the middle here. The best defensive sequence I think we've seen tonight results in a bad shot by Hagerstown, defensive rebound, and a foul on the play.
4:15 remaining, holding an 11-point advantage. Hagerstown milks the shot clock down to 3. Davis breaks it up. Grant gets the ball for Howard, catches Hall on the run. Taquan Hall barrels down the floor and draws the foul. Hall hit his free throws. Dragons made a stop on defense. 9-point game with 3:45 on the clock. Ryan Jackson buries it for 3. Howard's back in the game.
Dragons here coming down the floor, approaching that 1-2-2 Hagerstown defense. Great pass to Ash in the middle. He finds Jackson in the corner. It's a great pass and a great shot for 3.
Hagerstown missed 2 free throws after a Howard defensive foul. Ensuing Dragon possession, Gregory Ash Jr. Left hand attacks the basket, pro hop into the lane, gets to the line. Ash converted both free throws, a 4-point game. 2:41 to play. Mack takes it into the paint, out to Jackson. On target, Jackson lines up and delivers a big-time 3.
Howard down 4. Davis allows Mack to penetrate. Grant comes over to stop the shot. That leaves Grant's man wide open.
Other end of the floor, Davis makes a play, takes him to the heart of the Hagerstown defense, and draws the foul. Davis made them both. We're inside 2 minutes, 5-point lead for the Hawks. Atkins, shot clock down to 8, goes to Mack wide open, and Mack makes him pay. 3-pointers on each of the last 2 possessions for Hagerstown.
Howard here, man-to-man defense. Of course, they have to be late in the game. Very good ball pressure. They make Atkins dribble left. Dragons double team, but here comes Mack out from behind the screen. He just drills the long 3.
The Dragons' comeback falls short. 97-86 is your final. Let's send it down to Ahmed Hosseini.
So there were 3 minutes remaining in the second half, and there were 2 free throws sunk to bring the deficit down by 4 points. Tell us, how fast was your adrenaline running? Because I was getting nervous by that point.
Yeah, the adrenaline was definitely up, and I felt like everybody on the team, like we had the up adrenaline, and we were just like playing more together. So that added more to the adrenaline. Everybody was hustling, everybody was playing as a team together, and everybody was getting to the line, making free throws, and we were coming back after being down so much in a rough first half. We had that adrenaline going.
Yeah. And having said that, what did you take away from this game?
We have a tend to fall apart and panic sometimes. If we just stay together through most of the game, we probably could come out with some more wins and just have a better game. We feel like we play a better game when everybody is just together and on the same page and playing as a team.
Great job and good luck on your next game.
All right, thank you.
For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Ahmed Hosseini.
My first guest was an assistant coach at Coppin State University for 9 seasons. It's a pleasure to welcome head coach Jay Dahl.
Thank you.
Coming off the winter break, your roster has now changed. It's a smaller roster than when you first started. Does that help you or hurt you?
It kills us, but it started even before that, with all the issues that we had coming in. And then it got compounded by me suspending a couple guys because they didn't want to come back at break time from break, missed a couple practices.
I guess that's the adjustment high school kids need to understand with college level sports and specifically basketball. You have a very short break over Christmas holidays that you have to commit to practices. So these kids still don't understand to adapt to that at this level.
Right, well, since it's regardless of what level you're at the college level, if you're going to go on and play at a 4-year school, you know, most of the places where I've been, you don't get a break. I think last year was the first time I was home at Christmas for the last time I can remember. I mean, we were traveling all the time, and all these guys have these aspirations to go on to a higher level, and they don't understand that you can't just show up at those institutions and just fit right in, and you come to a junior college, you get exposed to some of that stuff. I mean, we had 8 days off, and to not be able to get everybody back here for 2 practice games, or 2 practice days between the 2 holidays, that's extremely frustrating to me. You know, we had a lot of high aspirations going into this season, and right now we're nowhere near where we can be, and we're nowhere near where I think we should be.
So where we are today, what individuals are you seeing improvement from?
I like to start with Taquan Hall. He's a real quiet individual, almost to a detriment, but during the time that he's quiet, he's focused and paying attention. He has demonstrated to me, even though he's so quiet, it's hard to determine whether he's focused, that he is focused because he knows what we're doing. And he's done everything that I've asked him to do. He's a joy to coach. Ryan Jackson's another individual who's really, at first he didn't get it. He wondered why he wasn't playing. And then I think it clicked in his head that, well, coach keeps harping on effort. If I just play hard, you know, I'm not going to be perfect, but if I just play hard, I'll get some playing time. And sure enough, I mean, he practices very, very hard now. Where at the beginning of the year, he didn't. He kind of moped around because he wasn't in the starting lineup.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.